welcome to my channel. I'm Caroline and I'm going to be doing a tarot reading today and testing out these psychic powers and seeing what would like to come through. Set the intention to bring through something of light and truth and of healing for you today. So one card to pop out, please, out of my hands would be preferable. It's kind of interesting today. I was feeling a little bit like, not loneliness necessarily, but kind of some kind of grief of like, well, sometimes I feel like I'm not that known in my circle. Just because of the way that my mind is in like another dimension sometimes, or very spiritual, and the King of Swords has come out, which relates to the mind and having these thoughts, these higher thoughts of wisdom messages. And before I came on here, I was seeing like these shimmering, like behind my eyes, these it was like a wall of light and a waterfall of light, and with these little like shimmers, or yeah, like little orbs of light, or little like sparkles of light. And yeah, I feel like there are ideas that are being downloaded into your head that you can kind of trust as these new thoughts that you're having that might bring you some kind of clarity or peace of mind. The kings are very assertive. King of Swords is a protective and grounded energy, and they sit in their throne. Can you please give me a bit more information about this? And we have the Page of Cups too. So I was feeling that this could have related to something to do with independence. I did see the number 1, a series of 1s before, 3 1s. So I was getting the sense that this relates to independence and feeling kind of like some kind of clarity that comes through. Clarity, because of this card is about clarity that comes through curiosity or some kind of like playfulness in the emotional space as well, because the Moon card, it's like there are some unseen things, or things which are even the way that my face is like half shrouded in darkness, it sort of feels like there are certain truths that are cutting through the and bringing to light certain unconscious desires or emotions. I think emotions, not so much desires as emotions. And I guess with this, with the Page of Cups, it feels that Um, yeah, I love this page. It's so silly. It just doesn't, yeah, the Page of Cups. It feels like, yeah, you're getting some ideas from the deep, or these ideas are bringing things like emotions up from the deep. Oh, and then that's funny because the Ace of Cups comes out, and that's like exactly kind of the imagery in this. If you look at the symbolism of this card, the cup is like being lifted up from the under the water, so it feels like there's some kind of like divine hand at play too, which is how I sort of see these aces as well. There's like some kind of divine intervention or something going on to deliver you this dove. And a dove is like so pure and untainted, untouched. So just like there's a part of your soul which has always remained and will forevermore be unhand me, I'm hearing. Unhand me, will forever be like innocent and pure, and yeah, will cry out to the divine. The answers will be delivered, I guess, or given in some sense, which is sort of what this card is telling me. It's like, yeah, this dove is filling the cup with like the holy, yes, host spirit. Not that I'm just using kind of like biblical terms here for this imagery. Okay, so you're kind of like getting these in ideas and you're having more mental clarity, like your thoughts are kind of assisting you in navigating with curiosity through these like unconscious waters of your maybe subconscious mind. Maybe it could also have to do with how you're getting these ideas delivered to you through spirit, through your thoughts, and that they've been kind of implanted from your subconscious, or there's things coming up from your subconscious, or that have been cleared from your subconscious. Whoa, okay. That are giving you these new insights and things, and that then is bringing this new spiritual avalanche of information, this spiritual divine waterfall which can kind of like run through you, with the Hierophant card, which sort of like is representative of there being a divine order or someone who guides in that way. You know, it's like a teacher. It almost feels like you, in your words and subconsciously, in your actions, maybe things are coming to you through dreams as well that you actually have no like conscious awareness of. Things coming to you by the purest part of you, and these can then become your divine law. Not your divine law, but like the principles of you, like you're mirroring your spirit in some way with 1001 and 1010, like ones and zeros. And zeros are like a completion and, you know, like of a cycle and a rebirth because of this circle, this like a portal into this earth. And then the ones, of course, are standing in your own sovereignty. They're like directed, purposeful action. So, independence. And then this kind of causing you to feel or have that ability to maybe be some kind of leader for others in a workplace or in a workforce or in your industry, something like this. Because of the way that you are, not necessarily the things that you say, because you can enter into a room and change the space, not even with words, and everything changes. And sometimes you need to be aware of this, because you do change the spaces that you're in, and it's a spirit thing, it's spiritual. It's not necessarily even verbal. And just be aware of what is appreciating you and what is able to speak their intentions through their actions towards you. And yeah, I feel like, there's use your discernment. And if people come to you, then I don't know, some people will ask for what you know, and if they ask, then you would tell them. And if they don't ask, then maybe that's when you can maybe be more silent. Wow, I've never pulled this card in my life. I've never seen this. How gorgeous. I don't know if this is like bad to show on here, and it's not really that. Here, why not? But it says detoxification. So, I never ever read this card before. I didn't even know it existed. I've had this deck for years. So this has gotta be something. You're being guided to clean your body, environment, mind, and heart of toxins. Which could also be the ace of, the unconscious stuff that's arising, that is being, kind of cleared out at this time, so you can have more clarity of mind. God and the fairies will help you with this endeavor. And God, like whatever you think the universe is, I don't mean a God or even a person or whatever. It's time to let go of toxins within and around you. Speaking of, oh my God, I had to ward off another Christian today. If you're Christian, I just don't like when people try to save you. She was anyway, she was like, you don't need to fear him, fear God. And I was like, she was like, he's protecting you from like going to like, the bad place. And I'm like, well, if I don't need to fear, then and that means that I then have freedom of choice, right? Because if I don't need to fear, then why would he be telling me that I need to bow down to him, or else this eternal damnation is gonna happen? Like, no thank you, I'll risk it. Like, if you really like want me to have no fear, like all those Christians, right? Surely they no, like if you're a Christian, like I fully respect that. Like I genuinely think that, yes, that's what people like have thought through. And like I would maybe consider myself like a Christian, just, but also I don't know, I go back and forth a lot because I just feel like I just really don't like that way of, I just don't really like the when it's really forced onto people. Anyway, so it's time to let go of toxins within and around you. This card validates your inner guidance that has been telling you to let go of harmful habits. Go outside in nature. Like, I literally went for a run today. I don't usually do that. But it felt really, like, and it didn't feel bad. Like, I actually felt, like, okay doing that. Go outside, so maybe you could want to go for a run or something. Call upon the fairies to surround you when you're out in nature. Ask God and the fairies to help you release toxins from your body, mind, and heart. So you could be called to go for a hike or something. Ask them to help you release your cravings for harmful habits. You'll soon find yourself naturally desiring organic fresh food and produce. You'll be guided to read ingredient labels of all foods, beverages, and toiletry items. And you'll only want to use natural products. You'll be guided away from environmental toxins, and most important, your thoughts and emotions will veer away from judgment and fear and will become love-based instead. Affirmation: I take excellent care of my body and I crave only healthful foods and beverages. Okay, well, that sounds like a great affirmation. I feel like this really applies to me too. And yeah, I just want to say there's also like spiritual dogma in our spiritual circles. Like, I know there can be a lot of Christian saying that their Bible has been not completely falsified, but that's another perspective, like that 85% of the Bible had to be written and stitched up and patched up by people's own anecdotal experiences with God, and that a lot of it, and I've heard that some other parts of it were burned, like the divine feminine aspect, which, if you look into history and not that I have, but just what we know about like the patriarchy and I don't know stuff, like it seems like the feminine had been repressed, just for the glorification of male, like virility and like achievement in the material world. So yeah, that's the reading, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm trying out some new things, so if I see you, if you see me doing more of these, then that's probably why I'm really in this phase of like, as I always am. I guess it's kind of a life thing for me of trying a lot of new things and seeking freedom, essentially. So yeah, I think that's something I really value, and why I kind of feel like it's really good to trust your own kind of like discernment, like, and especially if you're having a lot of downloads come to you and original thoughts, like what the reading has been like pointing to. And yeah, not really want to like push one agenda over another. It kind of yeah, you're writing your own like story, your own you have your own spiritual wisdom inside of you, and that's coming up as you're like clearing like things from your unconscious, like through your dreams and through like body exercise. And speaking of which, I've probably got to go like do some stretches and do some meditation, so if that's something you like to do, then more power to you. And yeah, thank you for being here. I feel very high, God stoned, so yes. Peace. And yeah, may you find more and more who you can connect with and who do ask you about you, and vice versa. And may you just, you know, be independent and leave behind those things that don't fill your cup. So yeah, just take care of yourself and be gentle with yourself at this time. Like take a bath, put on like a subliminal, get into fresh clothing, make your bed, and yeah, sweet dreams to you, and peace, love and bliss. And